Hey, you guys, welcome back to the channel. It is your girl, Serenity, your esoteric empress, back at you with another great video. And today I am, as you can see, the topic talking about solitude. Yes, lovely, beautiful, wonderful, absolutely amazing solitude, which I am in right now. So, anyways, you guys, I wanted to do this video for the longest, but I was too lazy to get up and do anything for a while. And you know, Sundays are usually the days I decide to go live because it's a lazy day. As you can see outside, it is very, very rainy. Not so much of a thunderstorm, just complete rain. I don't know if it had something to do with the tropical storm that's in the area or whatever, but it is raining, y'all. It's been raining from yesterday. Anyways, today is a special day. One, definitely because today is my son's 18th birthday. Yay! Happy birthday to him. I haven't, I mean, like, it's so unbelievable that he's actually a grown up, considered a grown up now. When I one time ago I used to look at other people who like, oh child, you have those two beautiful young kids. My two kids are like 27 and 30. Child, I've been past that a long time ago, and I'm like, kudos to you. Like one day I'm gonna get there, yeah. But now I can say I have an adult son. And I know I don't look a day past 18 myself, right? Like, thank you. But yes, I am well over 18. Anyway, you guys, I am trying to get the chat here, like going on the other device, because the last one I did, I had chat disabled, and I'm like, why isn't this working? Like, what am I doing wrong? And my boy was like, you had chat turned off, mom. I'm like, well, he calls me mommy. It's like, mommy, chat was turned off. Peace, 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 peace and blessings. Light Flower, thank you so much for joining. Um, so, what I wanted to say too, like before I forget, is that that what I was talking about, the whole like my son's birthday and everything, right? Yes. Scorpio season. For everybody and anybody who is out there, and this may be their season. This is your, Earth Day, your day in the cosmos of the stars aligning and everything for you. Happy, blessed birthday. Good vibes, good energy. I'm sending your way. Right now, my boy is not with me. I would like for him to be so, but he's going through some stuff right now. And so I'd like to ask you guys to send some good energy my way, or our way, or his way. Okay, some of that good ass vibes, because he really needs it right now. As you know, when you were 18 years old, you were going through a whole heap of stuff. And so I know I was. But, at a certain point, you have to just make that transition. And so I think he's doing that right now. And I have faith that he's going to do the best possible job at it. Light Flower, my birthday was last week. Oh my gosh. Big ups to you. Happy, happy belated. Never late, right? It's never late. So you know what I'm saying. And us as Scorpios, definitely, we are a special kind of people. All right. Our energy is dope ass energy. And so a lot of people kind of don't understand us. And so that's what I wanted to talk about. That's what this topic of this video was about. Reasons to love solitude, right? Why we love being alone, especially as Scorpios, especially like right now in this particular time with the pandemic and everything. We know this is all about solitude. If you were never a person who was comfortable with themselves, you're gonna have to learn how to be right now. And if you haven't learned in the past 8, 9 months, you never will, because this is very challenging. But for persons like us, at least for me, I don't know how you are, but for me, I have always loved being alone. Like I can't say it, I can't say it enough. Totally, totally empathetic, totally, and that's us, complete empaths, right? And so we need that space. We need to be in the quiet of our own mind. Sometimes so much is going on in here that we get overwhelmed quickly by other people's opinions, other people's energies, other people's like auras, just the vibe they're sending off, we can pick up on. And so we need to detach sometimes. We need to just chill. And like, people are like, what happened? Where did she go? Like, what? Just the other day, I was a part of like this group, right? This is the funniest story. And okay, not funny for some, but funny for me because people just don't understand. Like, I don't, you can go a full 100 in, and then after a while, you need to refuel. You need to actually re energize yourself, readjust, recalibrate, reset, like pull back a little bit to see what's going on around you. And that's for me, that's how it's been. Same thing as my boy. Now, we are 2 weeks apart. My birthday was on the 25th of October, just like 1 week shy of Halloween, right? I'm like, 1 week. And the same for him. Like, he's 1 week past Halloween, like, 1 week. But we're still sharing the same types of energies, even though he's a November Scorpio, I'm an October Scorpio. People have to understand why some people like alone time. And so I'm going to say my reasons definitely, like I said, to be able to adjust, to reset, but you need to be able to, like, we are very intuitive as a sign. We are one of the water signs. We are a fixed water sign, okay? And so like what we know to be true within ourselves is absolute. Like, we take this seriously. And so our intuition, or that gut feeling that we usually have about things, is usually spot on. Like, you can't, we don't make mistakes when it comes to that. We actually, this is why we go kind of within ourselves for a while, to get away so that we can actually allow people to be their true selves, and we could actually see the blooming of their inner truth. At my age, if I don't like the vibes, definitely I leave. I leave a place as soon as possible. That is so me. That is so me. Like, I definitely can't sit around and just pretend like I'm happy. Like, okay, no, no, I'm gonna find a way to exit. Like, a friend of mine was telling me the other day, like, about the family members that he has or whatever, and he's like, trust me, nobody can escape them. They are talkative, like, they're not going to stop talking. And I'm like, oh, trust me, I know how to escape. I have that, like, down pack. I definitely know how to get out of a situation, because now if it's something they're talking about that I'm into, sure, and I might cause myself to get trapped a little longer than I want to be, but when it's time for me to jet, I'm out, all right? Like Speedy Gonzalez. But yeah, so like a lot of reasons to love solitude. And I can't really say everybody should love to be alone, but you should be able to find that balance. You should be able to find time to be alone, because it's healthy. You need to hear your inner voice. You need to be guided intuitively. You need to be able to hear spirit. Like, you need to be able to learn who you are. And you're not going to be able to do that if you're constantly surrounded by people. Everybody's chitter chatting, everybody's like nah, 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 with their negative opinion. There are so many low vibrational people around us on a day-to-day basis, that this is why the world sometimes, I believe, is in such a chaotic state, because we are surrounded by low vibrational people. And the only way that we can raise our vibration is to sometimes get away from that, to escape, so that we can find the peace within ourselves. We need that inner peace to come back and bring peace to those around us. So a lot of times it's not that we're antisocial. Like, that meme that we see on Instagram all the time, like, I'm not antisocial. I'm anti bullshit. Like, that's me. Anti BS. I just don't. Okay? So those are some of the reasons. Then again, in order for you to learn new things, in order for you to start to, wisen up and to gain a better understanding of other things, you also need that quiet time. You need peace of mind. You need to just zen out. You need to be able to meditate on the things that you want to manifest in your life. Guys, I talk about the law of attraction a whole lot on this channel. And so manifesting is something really important to me. You can't manifest anything of your own, anything of importance, anything that, really matters to you if you're constantly surrounded by other people and then what they want to manifest. How is that going to help you? Unless they want the exact same things that you do. Now, a lot of times they do want, not a lot of the time, I can say, people want the same things that you do, but they want them for different reasons. What are your reasons? You need to know exactly what your reasons are for wanting something. Like like I talked about in the other video I did, I think it was last week or week before, like just saying a home, wanting to live in a new place, wanting a new, like, living space or whatever. Some people may want that just so that they can say they have it. Some people want that so that they could actually have more space to put their belongings or set up a different area like a gym or an office. Some people may want that so that they can bring family members in to help them out. Like some people, you want them for things for different reasons. So that alone time is superb for finding out what and why you want something. Then, another thing that is a biggie on this list. For Scorpios, definitely, I don't know about other signs so much. Water signs for the most part, but like for me, I'm going to talk for Scorpios. Like, if you're not feeling like you just said in the comments, um, light flower, if you are not feeling the vibes of a place, you're gonna jet. We're gonna jet. So, like some people said, "Oh, you don't talk that much. I can see you don't. You're not a big talker." Yes, I am. Check me out on YouTube. You'll see that I can't stop talking. However, I don't talk that much to you. Why is that? Because we may not have anything in common to talk about, or I might see straight through your facade, like you might be what you call a fake, because there are some people who would smile in your face and then they would go back and talk about you and tell your business to the whole world or whatever. We can pick up on that, like really well. And a lot of people don't know that we play it off so well. I won't say that we are fake too, but we play it off. We just know how to like neutrally glide our way through to get out of the situation. And then afterward, it's like, that was rough. That was intense because you just know what you know, in other words. So, thank you, fake gossipers. All right? They would like 1 minute you see them like acting like the whole world is coming down on their shoulders, like you are like the enemy. The next minute they're like he like how are you? Like what do you need? Like oh my god, tell me. You can tell me anything. No, I can't. Like don't even try. I'm not the one. I am not going to be the one, the victim here. Like so I'm like no, I'm good. I'm really good. Thanks for asking, you know? So like I said, empaths alike, we pick up on those vibes really quickly. And then, some people are really good at being, what do you call them? A double barrel. Like they're one way around certain people, and then around other people, they are another way. We are the same way around everybody. Scorpios, yes. We are the same way around everyone. And so when you see us actually pull back, that's a big red flag that something is off. That's a big flag that, like, energetically speaking, we're not picking up on your frequency. We're not connecting. We're not on the same wavelength here. Like, mm-mm. And this is how, over the years, like, I've made so many friends, but also enemies, but very few enemies, more friends than enemies. Because you know why? When we find a person who is like on the same wavelength as us, like we connect just like that. Like it's really easy, like, and we actually have a bond that's almost unbreakable. When we disconnect from somebody and like we realize we are totally not on the same wavelength, that's the end of that. Okay. So like when people get to know us, really get to know who we are, like I said, Scorpios or people who are what we call extroverted introverts, they usually can't help but to love us because We have a heart of gold. We definitely care about other people's feelings. We are more considerate. And this is what comes from spending that time alone. We get to analyze the situation. We get to observe, just sit back and calmly observe what's going on. Amidst all the chaos and confusion, we get to sit back and watch. Then, when it's our time to just jump in there and give our 2 cents or our input, it is of value. It's not just like some superficial, like, we just want to be heard kind of thing. Like, no, we actually are going to give valuable support, advice, suggestions, whatever it is, because we were able to sit down and actually evaluate what was going on from the get go, from the jump. So now, from I was a young child, I definitely was uh, a lover of solitude because I grew up. I mean, if you follow my channel, if you've seen older videos, you know that I grew up with my grandmother. Just growing up with older people alone makes you kind of introverted because you're like, they're not into all the gossip and the company and all that kind of stuff. But also, I was alone. I mean, I had one or two cousins that came over from time to time. But generally speaking, I knew what it felt like to be alone. And I always found things to do, just like now. If people sit down, we're actually in a lockdown right now. This is another lockdown, yet another lockdown weekend. I know, right? Like, thank you. Offer your prayers. I hope this is the last one though. But when people are sitting down on a normal day and they're like, oh my gosh, I'm so bored. Oh Lord, I need something to do. Oh my gosh, I need somebody to just talk to. I don't know what that feels like because I always find something to do. I always know how to make myself busy. And I think this is from growing up. I was always so interested in so many things. I journaled, like, I read a lot, I wrote a lot, I exercised from I was like 13 years old. Like, TV was something that it wasn't a big thing for me. I always did other things, proactive things. You know, had like lessons with teddy bears and stuff like that on the bed, like all of those things. Then I find that those types of things are what makes me different from a lot of people because growing up, people didn't have a lot of those types of practices. People were used to sometimes a household of about 6 to 8 kids. They're fighting for like a bag of chips. I didn't have to go through that. Like my chips were secure. Like when I put them down, I know where they are when I come back. However, now that I'm a grown up, a lot of people like think it's weird that I am into so many different things. This is what makes me love solitude a lot as well, because people don't usually understand me until they really get to know me. Like I've been into shoot gymnastics. I've been into like roller skating. I've been into so many different things that people find so strange. Like, what? Like, you did that? Yes, I did. Like, I also like anything that has to do with learning. I love to learn, and so this is what makes me love solitude so much as well. Because you can't learn anything of value just continuously socializing all the time, like having fun. You have to be able to quiet the mind down and focus, concentrate on something in order to learn, in order to get better at it. Now, they say a jack of all trades is a master of none. One of my uncles definitely coined that differently. He said, a jack of all trades, master of some. This is my motto too. Like, I try to master at least a few, not one in particular, but a few. You can't learn everything. We're never, with this life is going to be a continuous learning thing, a continuous lesson. If you were to live to infinity as a human being in this flesh, you still would never know everything. But you can strive to know more each and every day. And this is what I try to teach my kids, my son, my daughter, that knowledge is power. Learning is not something to be looked at as boring. It's something actually really exciting, really fun. Because when you come, now you don't want to be the person who thinks that who has all the information in the world. Like, you know, you want to actually, like I said, concentrate on something enough so that the real knowledge is in the doing of it. The real knowledge is in the being of it, not in just the information. Like, okay, the sun is this many million miles away from the earth, blah, blah, blah. There are this many planets in our galaxy, blah, blah, blah. Yes, that's great to know, but what is that really doing for you? You need to know things that are actually helpful to your life, helpful to your existence, helpful to your interaction with others, not just to sound so smart and intelligent all the time. Like, oh, did you know the sun is like, oh, this much 0.3 billion miles away? Like, I think it's 96 points, like something, but who cares? Nobody really cares. At the end of the day, what do you really know about this human existence, about this experience? That's what matters to people and to life itself. Okay, I need to catch a breath. Anyways, you guys, now, one last tidbit of I'm sure there are many reasons you love to be alone, more than what I have said already in this video. But you can leave those in the comments below, or you can comment them now. What do you love about being by yourself? Sometimes, just like I'm doing this video right now, we have things to do that are important. We need alone time. I need alone time to connect with you guys, my spirit fam, here on this platform. I need alone time to connect with my kids. I need alone time for a lot of different, more important, self-love, pampering, all of those good stuff that we need to do. You need alone time to do that. So if you always have friends calling you up, social media is always, you've got tons of messages, your phone is always like, bling, 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 like notification city, like that's annoying. I am not a big person of like gadgets of my phone. Even though I love gadgets, I love technology. I definitely don't walk around with it attached to my hips or like stuck in my like bosom the whole time because like, oh my God, I got another message. Like, oh my goodness, like, oh, some people, I am a part of so many groups, like WhatsApp groups and stuff like that, right? And when I finally find the time to get back to check the groups, I've got like 783 messages, and I'm like, this is going to take me a week to get through. And then if I don't look at it for another hour or two, there are like 402 more messages on top of that. And I'm like, this is exhausting. I am like, let me just put the whole thing away. Just turn the phone down, dim the lights, put the phone on its face, and I put it on a YouTube meditation music or something like that. I'm a like guided sleep meditation, and I'm like, I'm out, y'all. Like, check y'all on the flip side tomorrow. Then tomorrow it's like 2,000 messages. But hey, you have to know yourself. You have to know who you are, what is best for you. Okay? That's definitely, I'm alone to be totally clear of other people's energies. It is the best feeling. It is the best feeling. Like, I mean, I can't agree more. It's the best feeling because like for me, I've learned how to keep my vibe high. I have come from a place of depression that was so severe that I didn't want to get out of bed in the mornings. Like I did not want to even like see people. I didn't want to talk to anybody. This was years ago. I didn't want to talk to anybody, and I'm like, why are we here? Like, what are humans here for? Like, what is this? Some human farm or something? Like, we just come here to work for people, make people rich, pay bills, and die? But that has been a long time ago, and I've since started doing spiritual practices. That's another reason why I love my solitude. Spiritual practices, y'all. That is very important. That is, like, I think ultimately the most important aspect of solitude, to be able to meditate, to be able to set your intentions, or even like for me, I've started doing like ancestor honoring and stuff like that, like just simple things such as that, new moon or full moon rituals. Sometimes just going around smudging your home of like negative energies, like that is something that actually lifts your spirit. And it's super important in this time we're in. We're not in this time of like, we think this is some physical stuff going on. This is spiritual, y'all. This is spiritual warfare that we're in right now. Like battling principalities. Okay, this is the truth. Like we can't see with our physical eyes the spiritual realm, but there is a battle happening, and we have to actually arm ourselves. We have to arm ourselves spiritually to be able to transcend this, to be able to not only survive, but to transcend, to evolve, and to transcend this. And so the solitude is definitely important, not just to lay there watching TV. That's not like programming. We don't want to be programmed any further with these things of this system. We want spirit to guide us. We want to be guided toward the light, y'all, ever toward the light, not the darkness, the light. And so definitely, that's what solitude does. It helps you to find your inner truth. Seek ye first the kingdom of God and all its righteousness, and all other things shall be added unto thee. That is not all. That's not just coming from a Christian standpoint. You know, when you think about it, I talk about mental science, metaphysics a lot on this channel as well. I am moving away from Christianity or religion more and more every day, but closer and closer to spirituality. And so when I look at these religious scriptures that we've been like taught from we were kids, I see them in a different light. I see that particular scripture, the kingdom, as being within, the kingdom as being your mind, your consciousness. And so if you seek consciousness first, then all of the other mundane things and secondary things will come easily. You will be able to manifest just like that, like the clip of a finger, if you get your mind right first. Okay? This is where it's all at. You can't have this cluttered, just like when they say a depressed person should clean their space. This is why you need alone time as well. You need to be able to clear the clutter, and clear the clutter from your mind is most important. So, you guys, all who are watching at this moment, I am so grateful for you being here. I definitely want to talk about so many other aspects. However, I don't want this video to be too long, too much longer, this live. So thanks so much for watching. I'm going to end it here, but definitely if you'd like, leave your comments below as to why you love solitude. What has your alone time done for you? What are the benefits for you? Um, Definitely hit like on this video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Hit the notification, because, otherwise, like, you're not gonna know when I'm back. And of course, your feedback is so important to me. Your feedback means a lot, because like I answer all of the comments. Most most definitely. Pleasure, Empress. Thank you so much for watching, and I appreciate you, love you, and good vibes. Gonna say, sending you nothing but love and light, truth and strength. Seeing that you're a fellow Scorp, like that's even better. Woo. And until I come back, I'm gonna say peace and love. Blessed be. Oh, anyway, I'm going to talk about that in the next video. I'm going to be back very shortly, okay? So you guys, yeah, blessed be, peace and love, and namaste until I come back with another great video.